out. I'll be back.
Well, welcome to the MCs and MVPs, where JT just got through telling a funny joke about where the
Do you want to hear a funny joke? We'll start this with a funny joke. All right. 2 goldfish are sitting inside a tank.
Anyway, so
one looks over at the other one and goes,
no one gives a shit about this joke.
It's a great joke. It's a great joke.
Terrible joke.
It's a great joke. Anyways, so you're talking about jokes, talking about Baki.
Baki was a joke this damn last season. How the hell?
I didn't understand why he intentionally lost, basically, to Pickle. That was confusing to me.
Bullshit! Baloney. That's what it was.
And then the fact that Yujiro was just like, oh yeah, you made me cook, you're the strongest. And I was like, that's not the way that works.
I'm going to say for real.
It's the feeling behind it.
No! F that. Like the word joke was. F that.
It's the feeling behind it.
I care about the
because it does not matter. Because Yujiro himself, during that fight, says a fight is not over until both parties agrees.
Yeah.
Both parties agreed on who won that fight.
What?
And he didn't say he won that fight. He just said you're the strongest.
Baki said he was going to win. He thought he was going to win.
Yeah. But even what they told you is like, I didn't win this, but he gave him the title.
Which didn't make any sense to me. All because he made him cook. Oh, whoop-de-doo.
Who's going to tell Yujiro he's wrong?
Well, we didn't get to see Yujiro and Pickle fight, which was really frustrating. I really wanted to see that fight.
I didn't.
You didn't at all?
Wow, you gonna watch it.
I'm about to say, yeah, you're going to kick
because there's nothing psychological that Yujiro can do. Yujiro's very psychological when he beats the shit out of people.
The man dresses up to go eat dinner. Like,
no, he didn't. No, he was in his normal fucking
with a jacket.
With a jacket.
No, he dressed up.
He put on a jacket.
He dressed up.
And then he was so upset with Baki.
Because when I saw it at first, I was like, yeah, Yujiro done dressed up.
He took his jacket off.
I looked at him like,
that's your
shit.
Yeah, jacket on. He's dressed up. He's dressed up.
Everybody knows you go to a fancy restaurant, you put on a jacket, Baki. He's like, well, nobody taught me that, Dad. I'm like,
gotcha. And then the miso soup.
No one taught me that.
And then with the miso soup, he's like, it's a little salty. He's like, you wouldn't know miso soup. The miso soup you ever had. It's like, you try it.
Because literally he went through and it goes through where it's like, no. My biggest thing about it was like, Baki, I get your mom wasn't great. But the fact that you are just kind of not sure if you're going to let it slide that he murdered her.
In front of you.
I was like, that don't equate to me.
But she kind of turned her on to get died by her lover's hand.
Well, no. Also, I thought it was weird that not only did he clap his ears once, but he did twice. Somehow the motherfucker didn't. Yes, his eardrums ruptured. But that's the same move that killed his mom. And yes, they are 2 different people.
No. All that did was disorient them.
Right.
But it didn't kill. No, what killed her?
Oh, yeah, the bear hug. Yeah, it was the bear hug. You're right. But then he got the bear hug too.
Yeah, he's stronger than
that. I say he way stronger than his mom.
Dude, I think my favorite thing though was when Yujiro was using Baki to beat up the truck and the van, and Baki made him that little fucking.
When did you make that? Well, while you were smacking it against the thing. It's not as good as I wanted it to be.
I was like, damn, that's so disrespectful.
And then, like the meta that they went into this season, where they kept like making you see things and whatnot, his visual training that he kept doing, and him becoming the Chimera when he fought Pickle. But then when Yujiro's dad, yeah,
that was weird when Yujiro's dad showed up.
His dad just showed up. He's like, you know, you can beat him if you want.
It's like, what do you?
And that's the thing. It's like, okay, Baki, you don't want to beat him. You want the acknowledgement from him.
Right.
I also didn't like how they kept making Baki cry and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, I get it. He's never felt that acknowledgement before from his dad. Like, I get it.
Have you ever felt that acknowledgement of your dad?
Yeah. I mean, my dad's dead, so.
So no.
Well, you won't understand because I feel him on that.
No, I
had a good dad.
Yeah, I had a good dad, so the acknowledgement was always there and stuff like that. So I never had that moment where I was like, "Oh my god, my dad loves me."
Exactly.
My dad, yeah, I get it. You're black.
Nah, Baki's dad straight up just so like he did not like it. I couldn't relate to the stereotype, so I kept moving. I don't know how y'all feel, but shout out my pops.
I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it.
Your problem is that you didn't clap back. We watched him deal with his mommy issues. You should have brought him up.
100%.
But we talking about usual. We was
Yeah, mommy issues too.
we weren't talking about his mama. His mama wasn't even a point. Well, in this situation,
you don't even know who Yujiro's mom is.
We even talked about you. We even met Yujiro dad, his dad. Shit. I mean, God knows.
That seems so confusing shit. I mean, it's like, how did who manifested him?
I don't fucking know.
I don't either. That was so confusing.
It's Yujiro.
And then I was also really confused by the move.
God,
that doesn't make any sense at all.
I'm done. I don't want to talk anymore.
You can't grab someone and swing them around your body. I guess I get it. It's an anime.
Yes, you can.
You can.
You haven't trained enough.
You're not strong enough.
Hey, listen, man. If I could do that with a little person, it would be discrimination. That'd be a hate crime.
That's up to you. Like
A full-grown boy.
He's technically like 18, so
Yeah, a full-grown boy though. Just started wrong.
Man.
Oh,
that was the thing about it for me, and I was like, I understand like getting him to be stronger or whatever and everything, and it was just like the fight at when he was like 15 or when he was like 14. The fight at 14, I was like,
he smacked the shit out of him.
I was like, do you feel like he's actually ready at 14? Because you keep talking about how disappointed you are. And I'm like, bro, you're like 45 and haven't ever met anyone stronger than you. What made you think your 14-year-old son was gonna like surpass you in this amount of time?
I didn't realize how evil his mama was. But his mama was crazy as hell.
Oh, if you go back and watch that first sheet, there's a movie that you can watch where it cuts out some of the details and stuff like that. You can watch the whole season if you want to. There's like I mean, she.
Like I didn't realize how. But they didn't give too much. I mean, he gave details, but
it didn't
like he when they did the flashback, it made more sense, just as much as like how crazy she literally left her fiance, I guess, for this crazy because he wasn't strong enough. Or he because this joke
didn't entertain her enough or something like that.
Usual like come in and just like beat a bunch of people and she's like it turned her on or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
I was like
Yujiro beat that man's entourage.
There you go.
Showed up at her little
wedding.
Right?
Yeah.
They were already married. Showed up after the marriage happened in their room and murdered him in front of her.
And she got turned on.
Yep.
She got turned. I said, "How crazy as hell can you be?"
And like literally, this season they finally like started going back to like showcasing the simple fact that I was like, they're insane.
Like she's like.
Well, she was really like it didn't. Yeah,
crazy.
It didn't make any sense to me how she why she was so in love with Yujiro. He never did anything for her. Was it just because he's the strongest? Like
no, cause she's a nut. She's like one of those pretty faces, just like crazy. It was like when you marry a crazy girl. You know, she's cute, she's pretty.
And they're a lot of fun.
And part of her issue was that they didn't go fully in depth with it, but you kind of see it in other media. It's just like, hey, you haven't been spoken to in this way. You haven't been told no. You've gotten everything you wanted, and then there's a dude who's like, I don't actually care about you. And then you fell in love with him. It's like, well, no, like I'm in love with you. You need to be in love with me. Why aren't you? And it's like, well, you're not strong. I'm like, all right, well, I can get a kid, and that kid can be strong enough, right? And then you'll love me because I gave you that kid. And he's like, okay.
And then
that's exactly what he said. He was like,
training that she put Baki through, like. Every advanced coach, his room wasn't really a room. It was a workout room. It was a gym.
Because she literally, after the homeboy died, after her usual murder, she inherits all his millions of dollars.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's right. She got paid.
She got paid.
Rich.
Right, for real.
I don't think. Okay, so I get that.
So technically, Baki pretty rich.
Yeah, even though he lives in that shack. Which doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
I don't know, the underground area is pretty legit.
Yeah,
but he built that himself.
He paid some people to build that. He didn't build that room.
You don't think so?
No.
You see the technical...
Yeah, it looks like he cut out a square, put some rebar in, and then concreted it, and then plated it with metal.
Like, that shit's probably been there since he moved in. His mom put that shit there.
Oh yeah, his mom made him because they didn't live together. She made him basically live on his own. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then
she was like, "I don't need you around. You need to be training."
100% true.
But yeah, technically, he's probably got a bunch of fucking money. The only thing is, Baki don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he realized way back in season 1 that type of training didn't do anything for him.
So check this out. I got an issue with this. I hate, and then it goes into the chess thing. What's the show called? The shit show we talking about the guy finding his grandpa passing away. He inherited his grandpa house.
Oh, I got a cheat code.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Is that a cheat code? A skill.
I got a cheat code.
Yeah, I got a cheat
code. So yeah. Okay, I hate this. I hate this in all anime because it pisses me off. When somebody tells you, when the girl runs in the thick of the doggone battlefield and just get in the effing way, I said, I went on like a 10-minute rant to myself.
Yep.
And on the cheat scale, because he said, hey, do not leave the house barrier. There's very dangerous monsters and you can die. And when he's fighting this, in the midst of fighting this dangerous dude, girl, demon, where the hell she was, her ass come out to that thing. You know what the demon did? I'm gonna attack her ass because I see she got your eye. Yeah. And you put his ass in danger.
We're going to expand upon exactly what he's talking about
in the
next video.
No, because I hate that because Homegirl did this. Because Homegirl
could have just talked about it happening in Baki.
But Homegirl did the same thing in Baki. His ex-girlfriend.
That shit didn't make a lot of sense to me.
Because her ass ran into the damn middle of the field.
They're still together technically.
They're
still together technically. But I'm
pissed about her dumb ass ran out in the middle of the thing too. I'm like, he is fighting the dangerous man in the world, and y'all ass gonna run up and
that makes sense for when you're fighting demons and shit like that. Him during that fight with Yujiro, at the beginning, I was on her side because she straight up was like, I don't want you to fight him at all. I don't want you fighting anybody. He's like, hey, that's how I gotta live. You gotta accept that. Okay, cool. I accepted that. Your whole thing is, I just need to beat my dad and then we're good. And then he basically told her he's done after that. Even though we know you're not. She knows you're not, but you can at least stop talking about it after you do it. Mm-hmm. When you find out they're fighting, find out it's been going on for a while, there's a big ass crowd, you see it on TV, and what everything from her point of view is, y'all did one move, and then y'all start talking. You did another move,
and then you start talking. Uh-huh.
She's watched Baki fight in the underground arena.
It's
like, no, I know how you fight. This talking and stopping shit, you're not finishing this thing, which makes me feel like this isn't it. Are you going to make this be it, or are you not? And that's when he goes, oh, well, no, like, this is our version of communicating. This is us going, hey, we are at the top of our field, and we can't do this shit with anybody.
I like the whole thing with Toko Orochi when he was just like, that's right, play with your son, play with your father. Yeah. You two are the only two that can play like this.
And when they expand upon that through Kosui going up to be like, hey, are y'all gonna fucking fight or not?
Right.
Because everybody else is like, yeah, we're watching this shit. And I'm like, at the same time, me personally, like, even when I watch UFC fights, I'm like, all right, I understand that this was technically a good fight. But as the person watching the fight, I didn't fucking care about that shit. Right. Because you did a whole lot of feints, you did a whole lot of stop and go and shit. It was a slow fight. I understand it being good from a technical standpoint. You getting to do all your moves, pulling out all the stops. But from her standpoint, it's just like, bro, are y'all gonna fucking fight or not? Because you're not putting this shit behind you because you're telling me it's about the fight. That was the first moment where Baki was like, it's not actually about the fight. Mm-hmm. It's about other shit. And I was like, all right, well, bitch, you should have said that shit when we were back at the fucking apartment. And then I'm like, oh, okay, so that's how it's gonna go. I'm just sitting here worried about Chaz.
See,
then I watch Chaz get smacked into a car 85 fucking times. Just like, oh, damn, he's fucking dead.
My whole thing with her is, like, if I was Baki, I'd be like, why are you even here? Last time I saw you, you ran into an arena to hug another dude.
Last time she saw him was like 2 days ago.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
Oh, they were walking to school together.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm talking about before that. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't have wanted anything to do with her. After I beat the shit out of a dude, she gonna run to him and let him cry in her chest? Like,
you beat your ass.
Yeah, but it's like, you're supposed to be my girl. Why are you hugging on this man I just beat up?
Because he don't fucking care.
That's true, he doesn't care. But he even straight up said that. He was just like, listen, you can do whatever you want.
Because he straight up, he was like, nah. Like, literally, he straight up was like, that's the only girl I actually like. And I want you to be happy. And he very much realized very early on, it's like, oh, she doesn't see you the same as me. You're a child.
She even said that too.
She was like, you're a kid. We aren't the fucking same.
Right.
Especially after that fight, Baki also probably looked at Muhammad Ali like, yeah, we're not fucking the same. On any level we're talking.
But he one shot at him and that was crazy. Turned around and walked away and he just bam, hit the ground on his knees, just slack jawed.
Talking good shit for 5 minutes.
Did he got beat down?
That was so stupid. I was so frustrated about it. I said, this is so stupid.
I was mad.
Like, this is all you did, all that crap talk just get slept by 1 point.
Yeah.
Like, you wasted everybody's time.
Yeah, well, I mean, I kind of realized because, like, he got beat by Topo, he got beat by Jack, he got beat by Muhammad Ali Jr. Yeah, he
pulled up on them randomly and fought them and won, and then they pulled back up on him.
While he was injured, he had like a broken arm and a broken clavicle, and Topo Oropi came up on him and broke his fucking cast that was on his arm.
You came through talking that good shit, pulled up at the wrong time to fight me. I'm gonna pull up at the wrong time to fight you. Fuck you.
Yeah, and then Jack took him into like a fucking tunnel, and like I thought Jack was gonna kill him.
Mm-hmm.
I really thought Jack was gonna kill him.
That's why like when people are like, it was like when you were like we talking about the whole coaster with him thinking, it was like she was there for that shit. They pulled up while he was pulling up on her to talk to her, and she's like, I'm watching you get your ass beat on a daily basis. You keep coming here, and I'm just sitting here trying to tell you stop.
Yeah, she's like studying, drinking coffee, and he comes in, and she's just like, you got beat up again?
Like, bro.
Like, maybe you should just pick a different lifestyle.
Okay, not trying to switch subject, but what we think about what's his name? Starting with R, the martial artist dude becoming a boxer.
Retsu.
Yeah.
I think it's cool that he became a boxer. Man, he almost got beat by Smoking Joe. Well, it's supposed to be like a Joe Frazier reference, which I thought was good. And that is boxing though. Like, you can't get into a ring with a professional boxer and expect to not be tested in any way, shape, or form. Especially a boxer that's been doing it for a long time.
A champion level boxer.
Yeah.
Because he did sleep like 3 professional boxers.
Yeah, you're right. A champion level boxer. Well, there's also, there's tiers in boxing. You know what I mean? Like a champion level boxer, like, if you were to take on like Tyson Fury or something like that, like if any martial artist were to take on Tyson Fury, it'd be a great fight.
But I do think it was... Because when he first did it, I was also like, Retsu, what are you doing? Like, why are you in this gym? Like, go do martial arts things. Like, why are you here? Right. And they started disrespecting people who are boxers, and I was like...
I like this.
I was like, okay, you're getting back to basics. You're just like, no, this is, at its core, this is still
martial
karate or whatever it was. There's like,
Kempo.
He's like, I'm still doing my martial arts. It's just against boxers. And I was like...
I think one of my favorite scenes with Retsu was when he was just like, oh, all that money's mine. I don't know how you got it, but first off, get your boots away. Yeah. And then he kicks the sunglasses off of him, and he's just like, take that money, you put it in the briefcase, then you hand it to me. And he's like holding his arm with his arm, and Retsu's like, thank you, grabs it with a finger. I was just like, damn, Retsu, where'd you get that little sizzle from?
And so they had like him losing the leg or whatever, and they were like, okay, like he's not King Retsu anymore. And I was immediately like, no, him on one leg is still beating y'all.
Yeah, it's like you just don't have to worry about him kicking you with that leg. But then when the second you stop worrying about him kicking you with that leg, he gonna kick you with it. It's like, did I just get a piece of wood in the stomach? But all in all, I thought it was okay.
I'm right there with
the season 2 of Baki. part 1 and part 2.
I like them getting back to him being absolutely fucking insane.
But I just didn't like the fact that he just gave up the fight with Pickle. Like, literally, he was like, okay, what, you think I'm injured? I can do it again. And then climbs up there and jumps the second time. And it's like, dude, what the fuck is your problem?
Because it was about the test. Because Pickle started doing that fucking, hey, no, here's a tap, we're playing around, I'm not going to hurt you. And it's like, Pickle, that's not why I'm fucking here. Like, I'm not here for you to think that you're going to harm me. I'm here to kick your ass. And then tell me, myself, that I'm ready to go to the next level. And he did that. And it's like, oh, literally the fight for Baki was over when Pickle started running from him, and he was still keeping up with him.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, this is done. Now the rest of it is playing around. It's like, I don't really care. Because he did the same thing with his fucking dad. He did the same thing when he fought fucking Biscuit in the season before. It was like, okay, I'm done fighting you in martial arts. I believe that I've beat you there.
And the show of strength with his dad, that was really cool too.
Yeah, so it's like, now it's a toughness thing.
Yeah, I really wanted the stand up again like he did against Biscuit, whenever he just like flexed his back and stood up out of the ground. I really wanted that to happen against his dad. I thought that would have been dope. Yeah,
and they did the weird fucking religious seeing the symbols of the demon back dude and seeing it fighting a smaller demon and whatnot, and I was like,
yeah, and then his dad was like, this isn't the first time it's happened.
And I was like, I don't care about that.
It was really confusing though. Like, I was just like, what are you saying, that like Yujiro's family has been around since ancient times and they've all been strong, skilled warriors? Like, okay, all right, I guess.
But when they started doing that, I was like, okay. But that's what shows me when he was talking to Stryker or whatever his name was. I don't think his name was Stryker.
I know what you're talking about. The second you said that, it's like, yeah.
The military dude. When he was talking to him, he was like, yeah, but your son Jack. And he's like, well, the Hanma blood ain't really, it ain't that strong in him. And I was like, all right, well, now that tells me something where it was like, okay, if this was something that he knows has been going on for a long ass time, and then he was like, oh, you were born like that, you were born kind of weak, and it was like, that would be a very distinct thing for him to go, you're kind of a Hanma, but...
Well, I mean, he also saw his ability, to be able to see people's weaknesses and stuff like that.
Yeah, and so he was literally just like, nah, that ain't... Like, you came out the womb, and he was like, nah.
Yeah.
Gotta find me another bitch.
I'm gonna keep it pushing.
And then I also thought Baki's brain was really weird. Because, like,
demon brain?
Yeah, because, like, it is a proven fact in, neuroscience and stuff like that. The more lines that you have in your brain, the more connections you have in your brain, the easier it is for you to do things. Technically, the smarter you are. So, because you can connect your neurons a lot faster because of all the waves, because those are the connections in your brain. But, like, it was real confusing. I was just like, okay, what does Yujiro's brain look like?
Especially because they weren't talking about necessarily, like, reflexes or anything. They were just going off as, like, is that why you're so fucking insane?
Right.
And they were like, but there's no connection between, the stuff in the brain that it tells you what someone's personality is going to be or whatever. And it was just like, but he was going, I was like, maybe we're wrong about that because these fucking Hanma people are fucking crazy.
Yeah. I did like how they gave you like a little bit of a backstory on Yujiro's dad, but I just didn't like how they did it with like, we're gonna manifest him. And I also thought it was really dumb how Yujiro did the Yujiro style done by Yujiro Hanma.
Nah, I like that. I like that a lot.
I was like, this guy is so full of himself.
Because it made so much sense, especially when Baki explained it. Baki had just did his little his interpretation of the Triceratops. He's like, okay, that's your version of that. Martial artists, we've done that for years. It's just like, hey, the snake, the tiger, the lion.
What are these moves? Nothing. I'm just moving my arms around.
He's like, what is he making? What is he making? He's like, no, I'm just fucking with you. I'm me. And most people, I can't hear me. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
I'm the strongest on this earth. What you mean?
You forgot you're fighting Yujiro Hanma. Why would I imitate something else? I'm right here.
Right. But I was just like, Baki, please do it. Please do it. Do an imitation of your father.
No, I would have been pissed if you did.
You think so?
I would have been like, no. If you were going to do that in the moment, you would have had to be like, okay, fine. I'm Baki then. And you would have had to do your own shit. Because if he had became Yujiro and he was like, all right, well, but if you had beat him using Yujiro style,
touchdown.
you'd have been like, is that you really beating him? You used my style to beat me, so you still imitated me. It was like, so,
I'm still never going to get over dress. That was one of the dumbest moves.
Yeah.
It being called dress and then explaining it, it's like, yeah, it looks like he has a dress around.
That doesn't make any fucking sense either.
It's a freaking nutchuck.
Yeah, I was like, you turned that man into a pair of nunchucks is what you did.
That's what it is.
Yeah, for it.
I was like, how tall are you to be able to swing a whole human around your body?
You know, he's like 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah,
like
you gotta be. And then Baki, how short are you for him to be able to swing your whole body around?
Like 5'4", something like that. I mean, that man, I was talking about for real. I was like, what the hell is going on?
I didn't like dress at all.
I was like, why the hell you call it dress? Because you make our dress around here. I was like, give me a break.
You should have just called it art.
Or something else. Yeah. Call it something else, but dress was stupid.
And then the fact that they gave Yujiro like clouded dress, that was kind of funny. I was like, Yujiro in a dress.
And I was like, I understand what you were going for, but I was like, nah, that was dumb.
It was dumb.
Especially, I was like, who called it that? Did your grandpa name it that, or did people who got it done to them or saw it being done name it that?
I don't think a lot of people lived that got it done to them.
I don't know. Usually ripped somebody's face off and he's alive.
Yeah.
So, fucking...
whose face did he rip off?
Someone in the right eye. I don't remember who.
Yeah, the master of the right eye.
No, you're thinking of the old man.
Yeah, didn't he rip his face off?
No, he didn't rip his face. He ripped somebody's face off before that.
Oh, okay.
And straight up, the dude ran by and Yujiro took his face. And he was like, that's mine now. He threw it on the ground. Like, look at yourself.
But
that is interesting. He just ripped the whole man face.
You don't remember that? During the right time, he took someone's face.
Oh, was it the white guy with the beard that was cheating?
Cheating. Oh, you're talking about the dude who was...
The American?
The American.
Yeah, he had like a bald head. He was American. Beard. Retsu ripped part of his beard out with his feet.
No, that dude was Chinese.
Was he Chinese? He looked white.
I think, as I remember, I believe he was Chinese because he kept talking about, because he kept inviting Retsu to come to China to teach people, to teach the next generation of Chinese martial artists or something like that. So
okay.
It's Chinese stuff.
Gotcha.
I don't remember who it was.
No,
it's upsetting me now that I can't remember whose face he ripped off. Because he ripped that man's face off and it was disrespectful.
Just look it up.
Good.
Anyways, I think I'll give Baki's newest season like a 7 out of 10.
I ain't gonna rate nothing. It was interesting. Different me just looking at the anime. But I enjoyed it. It was alright. I enjoyed it.
Okay, I just like them going back to finally, because so much of Baki, they like try to make it seem like these motherfuckers are normal. And these motherfuckers are not normal
at all.
And I like this season them going back to.
The other white guy from season 1 who got his brain all messed up by Retsu, that's his face he ripped off.
Yeah.
Oh, him. Okay.
Yeah.
He just took his fucking face. But I like them going back to being like, nah, that boy, he ain't right in the head. I don't think y'all realize that this boy's not right in the head. Like, them going through and like just trying to explain to him, it's like, bruh, like you're about to fight Yujiro and you don't get it. Like, it's just a father-son thing. And it's like, no, it's not.
Yeah, he's like, I just want to have a meal with my dad. You don't understand. It's like, it's not a meal between, it's like 2 countries fighting. What are you talking about? We're sitting down for dinner.
Go back and tell him it's his turn to cook the rice. Fuck your rice. What are you talking about?
You know, I thought it was hilarious whenever Yujiro just walked up to the UN meeting and was like, listen here, stay the fuck out of my family affairs.
Or they had President Obama trying to lie, talking about, oh, Yujiro made
this for me. All I did was ask. And Yujiro was like, is that what happened, huh?
They're like, well, technically, that is what happened, but, you know, I guess.
I was like, it's so funny.
The tone of the way you said it.
It's so funny.
Like it.
It's so funny because, you know, you got Obama, and then you got all these other, you got this off version of Obama, and then you got all these other off version of these all the leaders around the world.
It's the best. It's the best.
All right, so here's the plan. When they fight, we got to figure out a way to murder them. He's like, no. He's like, have y'all been in the same room as that man? Because I have, and I don't ever want to be again. What are you talking about?
Well, remember when he met Bush for the
Bush.
first time?
Yeah,
He took out like his entire fucking unit, and then literally like the guy was like, "I will protect you, Mr. President." Kicked the president out the window to try and save him. Yujiro caught the president. It was like, what are you trying to do here? You not know who I am?
Especially them going through it. Like, listen, countries have secrets. Let me explain to you the bullshit that happened between these two people. Baki kidnapped the president at one point.
Yeah,
that's true.
And was just like,
guess he wanted to go to jail.
Just had lunch.
That's right. That's when he went to fight Unchained, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was like, this man is not right in the head, and we don't talk about it. Man. Early fucking like season like 1, back when he had the red hair, he goes into like this legendary mountain where they're like, "Hey, legend has it, there's this giant ass, monstrous ass, savage ass ape out there." And he's like, "All right, well, I'm gonna go fight that to train." And it's like, why though? Who told you to do that? And he's like, "It's better than fighting you chumps." And it's like, fuck you, Baki.
Yeah. Well, there's another one that I watched where it's like. It was like 3 whole gangs had gotten together to fight Baki, and the cops had showed up and stuff like that.
Well, that's episode 1 of
the
original Baki.
Yeah, Baki jumps over the fence, and just starts beating the shit out of all of them.
Because you see the 2 cops are in the car, and he's like, "All right, there's a bunch of gang members over there. Are we gonna stop this?" And he's like, "Nah, wait for it." And then Baki jumps the fence, and the other guy, he's like a rookie or whatever. He's like,
"It's like 1 versus 30, man. We gotta stop it." Nah,
let it go.
And then it comes back, and you see Baki just like throwing rights and lefts, and guys literally feet coming out from under him.
Didn't Baki also get his ass whooped that time?
He lost. He didn't lose. Well,
it's 30 versus 1.
It was 100.
Was it 100? 100 versus 1. I mean,
they came through and he was like, "You beat like 93 of them or something like that." And Baki's like almost in tears. And he's like, "Bruh, you have nothing to be sad about." He's like, "But I didn't win." And it was like, and the guy was like, I guess he's right. I don't. Like, if his goal was to beat 100 guys, and
at one time
he only beat 93. I guess he's right, but like it's 96 people right here knocked out.
All unconscious.
He's like, but the other 4, they walked away.
You got the other cops sitting there with one of the little clickers. I'm making sure I'm getting this number right for you.
That's such a.
Listen, you went 96 and 1. I mean,
that's literally like such a weird dynamic. Like, Ricky just chill out.
He's like, you don't understand what's going on.
Like,
you ever watch Phineas and Ferb?
Yeah.
Aren't you a little like, he's new?
Well, anyway. Alright, until next time, we're going to cut this joke. JT got to go to a wonderful event for his niece.
I'm going to eat edibles and go to an aquarium. True.
So
it's like I can touch the fish.
JT, you can't touch the fish. All right.
He's going to stick his head through the glass.
Man, as long as I can touch a starfish, I'll be good.
That's kind of scary, but okay. Fair enough.
Oh, that's scary.
Why are starfish scary to you?
I don't know. I think all animals can eat anybody.
I mean, to be fair, I know that like this may be stereotypical a little bit, but I know that black people have a fear of water.
I can swim though.
I didn't say you couldn't swim. I didn't say you couldn't swim, bro. Brody can't swim.
Who have a fear of water? I know I can't swim.
But you don't want to learn either.
What do I need to swim for?
That's a good point. You live on land. Anyways, till next time.